Was this more about how bad CJ Stroud was or how good the Patriots are?
100% on CJ Stroud.
Okay.
This is all on him. Not only did he turn the ball over, but he looked like a shell of himself in that first half. He turned the ball over. He was seeing ghosts, and he had a couple throws that weren't even close. And I don't care how good a defense you play, you cannot overcome 4 turnovers
He almost
in the first
broke his guy's leg throwing it behind him.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and the crazy thing about it is they were still hanging around. It was still somewhat of a close ball game. It could have been a 1 possession, 2 possession game.
It was, yeah.
What was it, 8 points that they were still down?
Well, then they got it to 21-16 in the third.
The end of the third one. 1 minute left in the third.
But I think, CJ Stroud, I was a part of a game back in the day where Nathan Peterman came in and we played the Chargers. And I think he threw 5 in the first half. And that just deflates you. Like, you don't have a shot. You don't trust that guy back there. Now we're on the sideline talking about punt coverage because this guy keeps throwing picks. So I think, that was just deflating. In the playoffs, your flaws get exposed, and CJ Stroud has been doing this for the last couple weeks, turning the ball over, being careless. And I'm kind of disappointed because this was a big step back for CJ Stroud. They had it all set out in front of him. The defense is playing well. They make it to the divisional round, and he just gives it up.
And I think that it was the Patriots, man. They played a damn good game. CJ Stroud did throw 4 picks, right? They ran 1 back for a touchdown. On the other 3 picks, they got 0 points off them motherfuckers. Yeah. So it hurt them, but it ain't hurt them that damn much. The difference of the game was the Patriots offense looking at that Texans defense, bro. They drove down 3 times and got buckets. No help from the defense. This is a straight punt, backed up, 35, drive down, get a bucket. I'm saying they got the best defense in the league, right, Skip?
Especially the first drive, they go 6 plays, 66 yards, and it's 7-0. And I'm like, what?
It's the best defense in the league, right? Yeah. Man, they got their ass drove down 3 times. Okay. Drake made them drove down, got buckets on them. You know what I'm saying? And then I told you that win streak gonna catch up to you when it catch up to you. That they should have had their own 5 or 6 turnovers, right? But the ball just wasn't bouncing their way. So, hey, man, I think the Patriots, they got the lead. They ran the shit out the ball once they got the lead, and they went straight at the DBs. Like, this Stingley getting hit. Reed getting hit. Yeah. Bullock getting hit. Like, they guys. They going right at these guys and hitting their ass. So, man, that's the Patriots, man. That damn good football team playing some damn good football right now.
So you're taking the Patriots over Denver?
He's trying to make he just tried to build it up.
He's still on the fence. He's not going to make
I crank him up. I just crank him up a little bit.
Lee is more thought out than you think, okay?
I think a big thing that went under the radar was 2 concussion protocols. Nico Collins not playing. Yeah. Christian Gonzalez being cleared.
That's true.
That was a big swing in momentum of what helped your team defensively, and CJ, man, he been doing this. It ain't looked this bad, but this is why I have an issue crowning people so early. His rookie year, CJ looked like it was rare that we had seen a guy have that type of pocket presence as a rookie. And then since year 2, we've been like we crown people so fast. We did the same thing with Jaden Daniels. It's like, oh man, he had to be. We don't allow people to, let's see who they are first. Prove you are who you are. All this stuff you list off when we first get here. Richie, 4-time Pro Bowler, been on winning teams. Leave, you know why he got so much swag? Because he showed I'm this, and then he kept showing it. He proved who he was. Skip, what number 1 show Skip ain't been on, including us? Number 1. Yeah,
number 1.
This is what number 1. Us too. This is what Skip do. You dominate social media. You stamp. You know why y'all are stamped? Is because y'all prove over and over and over and over again y'all are who y'all are. CJ did it once. And we just
he did it big, but he did it once.
He did it once. And we just crowned him like, he's supposed to.
He led the league in yards passing per game with 274. Top of the league.
That's what I'm saying.
That was one shot, one time.
He did it once. And then since then, we kind of been like, I mean, this is just, and before we skip, I told you, before we went into it, before I was like, whoever win Pitt and Texas, I believe going to AFC Championship. But then we watched CJ, and I said, if them lights was bright, them lights ain't going to do nothing but get brighter and brighter as you go on throughout the playoffs. So going into this game, I didn't trust CJ. That's why I picked the Patriots. And
I didn't either.
Patriots, they capitalize. You still got to capitalize on it, but, yeah, he just...
They really didn't, though. I mean, they got 1 touchdown off the turnovers.
Yeah.
7 points off however many turnovers he had.
I did trust CJ because I like CJ. I like what he's made of. And I admired D'Amico for sticking with him at halftime because you could have gone to Davis Mills because after the Bronco game, which Davis Mills sucked in, then he played pretty well in the next, 3 that he had?
Yeah.
4.
Was it 4?
I think he won 4 straight.
Okay, so he did that, and I would have given him a chance just to give it a new energy, just something.
Yeah, and needed
CJ
it.
just lost his way. I don't know. But then CJ settled down in the second half. He didn't do anything great, but he didn't do anything awful in the second. No more turnovers. The killer turnover was Woody Marks' turnover because it's 21-13 and they're driving. CJ just made a play with his legs, and it's 2nd and 8 at the 17, and he coughs it. And you just can't. You're going to lose because that's your 5th turnover, and it's too many. But on the other side of the ledger, Drake May, he's turning into a turnover machine. Because, man, every time I look up, he's spitting it out somewhere. He fumbled 4 times yesterday, and they were lucky that Daniil Hunter stripped him and he tried to pick. Did you ever try to pick up a fumble and miss it like you want to pick, scoop and score with it? And,
I left it to other people.
I'm diving on it. You got to dive on those.
I'm diving on that.
There's a certain technique to jumping on those, and you got to dive on them.
I'm diving on that, Skip.
and then Will Anderson had another one. He got one, but the other one, he went right over the football, and you just got to cradle it. You got to go fetal, and you just got to suck it in and
secure it.
Hold on, man, because it's the football game. Is on the carpet. It's on the turf. It's for you. It's your ball if you want it.
We call that city and country, Skip.
Okay.
City is crowded, whatever. You get on it. Country, ain't nobody out there. That's where you try.
Okay. There you go. But man, Drake May had a long day and got away with it with 3 turnovers, and going 3 of 14 on 3rd down. They got away with it because CJ dug too deep a hole. And then to your point, I was impressed because they did. They went after the studs 3 different times and cooked them, smoked them. Yeah, and I'm like, whoa, that's impressive. So they did win the game, but man, CJ, it's just, I thought he could at least play a clean game, but this is a disaster.
And 75% of the chat said that CJ Stroud lost that game for them. So, Gerald, do you think the Texans should be worried about CJ Stroud long term, sending him?
Yeah, because we're starting to see a pattern, and when you lose it up here, we grade CJ the way we do because we've seen it before. Sometimes we look at guys and we say, he just ain't got it. We know CJ got it.
Yeah.
Where it's missing is up here. Whatever he got going up here is you can't, he don't even look confident. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't look confident.
Yeah.
So you don't do nothing drastic. Because you got a guy right now, you still have one, but you hope for the best, but you're playing for the worst. If this continues, now you got to start, because he been shaky since his rookie year. And like I said, you have a Super Bowl caliber defense, and it just went to waste.
Yep.
Yeah.
It really went to waste because you still got him. You know what I'm saying? We talking about CJ like he's in year 6 or 7 or 8. Like this CJ 3rd year, and he 3-3 in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of quarterbacks can't say that. You know what I'm saying? He get to the playoffs. The year y'all talking about he balled, he did all this. He was 1-1.
Yeah.
The next year he was 1-1. This year he was 1-1. All right, he had a rough ass 2 games with a whole lot of turnovers. Defense kind of stood up for him.
A rough
but
season.
That's football. All right, a rough season. Yeah,
Played good all season.
I mean, he ain't looked good all season, but they won 11 straight games.
They did.
And they won a playoff game.
Yeah.
So he had to do something. You know what I'm saying? He did something. If they won 11, 12 straight games and we won the playoff game, he don't get no credit for none of that. That's all defense, right? They won the game
Davis Mills won
0.5
4 of
to
those.
0.
Yeah, 4 of
Davis Mills won 4 of those.
Davis Mills won 4. Who won the other 7? Who won the other 7 of these games? Was it not CJ?
He was that quarterback.
Bro, we talking about a year 3 guy who 3-3 in the playoffs. If we told you right when we drafted CJ, all right, look, his first year he gonna dominate. Then over the course of the next 3 years, he'll be 3-3 in the playoffs. You want him? You would say no? You would say no, Skip?
I want it. I told
You
you.
would say no? Well, I don't want no quarterback who's going to be 3-3.
No, I want him.
Everybody will say, hell yeah. And hopefully, all them 3 wins come in 1 year and we got a bowl.
I mean, Lamar Jackson's 3-4 in the playoffs. He
Look,
also
man,
had a
but
rough
we crowning
year.
him, though.
We're not
He in
tearing
year
him down.
8. He 3-4.
Really?
This man in year 3.
He had a rough year too this year.
This man in year 3, bro. And he 3-3 in the playoffs. And we going to fire him?
Lamar and CJ. All right.
I'm not going to say I'm concerned.
Because y'all looking at the wrong shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm concerned about CJ just with the late season collapse and how things weren't looking good, and honestly how he looked like a shell of himself after a couple of those turnovers.
It's up here.
It's up here.
Yeah.
I think he lost it.
I think what you could do.
What
listen, but stay with me. I think what you could do is you can upgrade that offensive line. They got to spend some money on that offensive line.
They were
gotta bring
down
in
2
some
starters yesterday.
They're down 2 starters, and they're not very good to begin with.
They weren't.
They have these giant guys up front that can't move, can't get in front of people. When you have a tackle that's 6'8", 370 pounds, you have Titus Howard, who's an outside tackle. He's playing guard.
Yeah.
You got these big bodies, and they played better as the season went on. But they are one of the reasons why CJ has definitely taken a step back. They need to invest in some studs up front. I'm talking draft picks. I'm talking money in free agency.
All right.
Well, okay, you brought up a good point. Oh, go ahead.
Joe Burrow got sacked 10 times and still won the game.
Joe Burrow Joe Burrow won in the playoffs this year.
Joe Burrow was hurt the whole season. We talk about the
And Joe Burrow
O-line.
had the worst
You
defense in the league.
your O-line can be trash and you can still win.
You think
He got sacked 10 times and won the game.
Could you imagine Joe Burrow with the Texans defense?
But Joe Burrow's got T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. We had Nico Collins
bro.
down.
Like, what we
Tank
talking
Dell
about?
had a monster year for him last year, and then he gets hurt.
You just said the
Nico
reason.
missed
You
8
just
games with a
said.
hamstring.
Right.
You just said the reason he's taking a step back is because of his O-line.
100%.
He's taking a step back because of his O-line. We understand. The O-line is a key factor.
They can't run the ball and they can't protect
these
quarterbacks.
decisions he's making, that's on the O-line.
Bro, you win games different type of ways, bro. Y'all just look at stats. Who gives a fuck about
No, I
stats?
watched the games.
But who gives a fuck about stats, though?
I'm watching the games. I'm looking at his eyes. I'm looking at his demeanor.
Did you look
it's
at
not up
did
here.
You watch the
We
7
agree.
straight games that he won?
We agree.
Yes, I
you
watched
watch
the
that?
game. Yes.
And
David
what you did
Mills
like what
won
you
4
saw?
of them.
Mills won 4. He won 7. You ain't like those 7 or the 8 playoff games. You ain't like
When have you heard me praise CJ Stroud? I've been saying I was worried about CJ Stroud. I've been watching him.
So are you worried about Lamar too? No.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Did I not? Was I not on your side?
You worried about Lamar? You worried about Burrow? You worried about Mahomes?
Was I not on your side with Lamar?
You worried about Mahomes too, right?
No, because he won Super Bowls. That's not the same. Why would you bring up Mahomes?
Well,
He's been in 5 Super
We
Bowls.
going off your motto. He losing
No.
up here. Like what we talking about in the playoffs?
He losing up here with 5 Super Bowl trips and 3 wins? That's not the same. He has 3 Super Bowls. That's not the same stratosphere. It's completely different.
Gerald's very out on CJ Stroud. Skip, how you feeling?
Okay, just remember, he also lost Dalton Schultz in the first quarter, and I'm not saying Dalton Schultz is great, but he knows how to play. He knows how to get open. He is the ultimate security blanket, and he didn't have any more security blanket. And again, you look at 274 yards passing that first year, give you that, led the league, and then it fell to 219 and then 217 this year. But going into these playoffs, the reason I liked the Texans was that CJ was 2-2 in the postseason with 4 touchdowns to 1 interception. That's why I'd be concerned, but I wouldn't be so desperate as I think I got to replace. There's no way. I mean, I'm going forward with CJ Stroud because he showed me.
That's what I said. I wouldn't replace it, but I would be on high alert.
I got 4 playoff games in which he threw 4 touchdowns to 1 pick with no lost fumbles. Well, that works. I'll take that because you can't find that. You can't go buy that at the grocery store.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't know what he got off wrong at Pittsburgh. You guys always tell me it's a hard place to play in a night game, and then he got off wrong at Foxborough. What do you always tell me? It's a bitch, man. It's
very hard to play there.
It's hard to play. Okay, against a good defense and a not very good defense in Pittsburgh, but. You know, I wouldn't love it, but I just think he'll be. Give him Nico back, rebuild the offensive line. He was the 2nd pick in the draft for a reason. Does anybody think he's a bust? Because I don't.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
If I'm very worried about him, in other words, what am I saying? Like, I don't get it. If I'm very worried about a guy, that means I'm about ready to replace his ass.
Yeah.
And looking at the playoffs
I guess y'all
this year,
that's not what very worried mean to y'all then, right? Very worried just mean what? Like,
the first thing I said is I wouldn't replace him.
yeah.
so how's I'm very worried about him?
Because I'm looking at his trajectory. It's getting worse and worse. It ain't getting better. It's getting better.
It's getting the same.
You watch
one and one
CJ
in the playoffs.
It's getting
1-1
better.
in the playoffs. 1-1 in the playoffs.
You watch
He
CJ
right
Stroud.
here.
It's getting better.
I'm looking at his numbers. It's the fucking same.
You just said they should fire McDermott because they're getting worse and worse and worse.
No, I didn't.
His trajectory is getting worse.
I ain't say he getting worse. I said he can't get over the hump. He's the same. I said he's very good.
Okay.
I said they're not looking for goodness. They're looking for greatness
so
to get
no
over
change.
the hump.
So you were here, and now you're here, and no change. And you looking at his trajectory.
McDermott been there 8
that
years.
don't bother you.
Let CJ go 1-1 in the playoffs for 8 years. Then I'd be like, all right, well, maybe CJ can't get us over the hump. But year 3, fuck no, I'm not worried about him, bro. He just now finna start getting into his prime. And, like, he's still a little baby for real. Like, you a third-year quarterback, bro. You a little baby to me.
Got to support him. Got to bring in guys.
Like, come on, bro.
Defense is set. Got to support him on offense.
I'm not very worried about CJ. Fuck no.
And we had a lot of turnovers in these playoffs. Caleb had 3 interceptions. You just said Drake May. It's like when they win the game, you kind of look over. You made a great point.
Are we worried about Superman?
Drake May turned the ball over 3 times yesterday,
And
but
guess
because
what?
he won,
Drake May's a little baby.
He's a
right?
baby.
Yeah.
And he's coming to Mile High. He's a little baby.
But what do you think, Skip? Are the Patriots
this?
as good as their 16-3 record? Because there's a lot of question marks with the fans right now. They're not sold on the Patriots.
So think of this.
Okay.
The Patriots beat one winning team this year, Buffalo. I give them that, but that was only one. The records of the teams they beat this year are 85 and 150. 85 and 150, way under 500. And now their path to the Super Bowl is going to be Justin Herbert, CJ Stroud, Jarrett Stidham, and maybe Sam Darnold. That would be the easiest road to a Super Bowl championship in the history of the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm not sold because this is a different beast even without Bo. That's why you have a shot, is because they're being overrated. And you say, well, you just beat who you beat, but you don't talk about voodoo luck. They got the football gods on their side right now, right?
You talk about the quarterbacks they played. I look at the defense they played. Beat the Chargers defense. Is that a good defense?
Drake May is an MVP.
Solid. That's a good defense.
Still.
Then they beat the shit out the Texas defense. If they beat the Broncos, that's the Broncos
shit
defense.
out of it, but
then if they beat Seattle, that's the Seattle defense. That's the opposite of you have the easiest quarterback and the hardest defenses in the NFL history. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it just matters how you look at it.
It's a quarterback's game, and you get to play those guys? Really?
But defense
No Mahomes.
And you beat all those
no
guys?
Joe Burrow. No Lamar. No more Josh Allen.
No more
this
Josh
thing
Allen.
is wide open.
Well, I'm looking at it like defense win championships.
Yeah.
And you beat all those guys. I'm looking at it the opposite of you. So, man, I think they're a damn good football team. I don't give a fuck about no schedule. You beat who they put in front of you. Hey, they got a good run game. They got a good pass game. They got an MVP candidate. They got a Coach of the Year candidate.
Yeah.
They got a dog-ass crowd in a home city to play in. Man, they playing good-ass football, bro. They're a fucking great team.
Hey, but you said, wait, they beat the shit out of the Texans defense by going 3 of 14 on third down? That's
not on third down, because on first down, they went up top on Stingley. And then on second down, they threw an override on Bullock. So they didn't wait to third down to do it. They did their work on first and second down, Skip. And they did. Man, they beat the shit out the Texans defense, bro. If you go straight at they dogs and drive down the field and get 3 touchdowns, that's beating the shit out that defense.
Okay, but they beat the shit out of baby Drake May because he put the ball on the ground 4 times and threw it to them another time, right?
And baby Drake May went straight at that defense and got buckets. Who else did it? Who else went straight at that defense and got buckets this year?
Well, Aaron Rodgers did.
Bo did.
Bo, yeah.
Besides Bo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I'm saying? Take Bo out.
Texans were only giving up 17 points a game. Nobody's putting buckets.
And nobody go down and get his buckets like that. So he did fumble 2 times, 3 times, or whatever he did.
4.
But he also put together
4 and
3
lost 2.
major touchdown drives. No field goal drives, touchdown drives on their ass.
Rich, obviously you're sold on the Pats because you picked them. So are they overrated?
I mean, if you watch them play in the last 2 playoff games, I mean, it's hard to say they're overrated because they play good team football. They have a good quarterback. They run the ball. They go up and down the field, and that defense is nasty.
They balling on defense.
They're balling on defense. So it's like, They're a really good, complete team, and they're in the AFC Championship, and they still have their starting quarterback. So, I mean, that's where I'm riding with them.
Yeah.
I think they capitalizing on what's happening. You
taking advantage.
Play you can only play who's in front of you, but like you look at Chargers O-line, it's like, all right, they down, cool, bet, thank you. CJ, you gonna keep tricking it off? Cool, bet, thank you. But that's why I say I don't have them beating the Broncos, because I feel like they're just a more complete team overall. And I trust Sean Payton and what he's going to do in Denver. And Drake May just still kind of,
So you like Stidham better than Drake May?
No, I like the Broncos.
I'm just trying to get him off our back.
Yeah, he's like, please get off.
He doesn't even sound like he's fully on. Are you on?
I'm not
Pub
on
the
nothing.
Patriots up, man. They're fucking amazing team.
Listen, let me tell you something.
Supposed to come into Denver and whoop our ass, right? They're going to come whoop our ass. We the underdogs. Hey, man, they're amazing.
Hey, let me clear this up for the world. I get paid to do a job. I got to pick a team. But I'm only going for the Bucks and Oklahoma Sooners. I don't care about none of y'all, if we're being honest. I get paid to do a job. I ain't on no bandwagon. I have to do my job. So I'm picking the Broncos because I believe they're going to win. Forget the bandwagon. If you're not the Bucks or OU, I don't care. How about that?
Broncos country. We don't want them on our bandwagon. Hey, get on this X account. Tell them we don't want them on our bandwagon.
I don't care if you want me.
Richie, Gerald, Skip, Cody. None of their ass.
Guess what?
Man.
Last I checked,
we don't want none of their ass on our bandwagon.
I tried to get off, but I got off.
I don't want to be on y'all's bandwagon, but last I checked, that direct deposit went through. So I'm doing my job.
Broncos, make them not
you don't have to have me on your bandwagon. I don't care. I don't care what y'all say to me.
Get them off.
Checks are still coming through. How about that?
See Broncos country on. They're gonna be on this. They're gonna be on this account.
All right, boys. The Lombardi is wide open. Everything's up in the air. We don't know what's gonna happen, which just makes it really, really interesting. So we're gonna be back here on this couch having more to talk about tomorrow. So we will see you there tomorrow.